Welcome to Mama Cat's Home. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my home management binder. I have my name covered because I don't know, some of you guys know my last name, some of you don't. I don't know if it even matters. But anyway, this is my binder. I made this probably 5 years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And some of it is outdated now. Some of it is very much still needed. So I'm just going to kind of show you guys what you can do with a home management binder and tell you about some places you can get some things, tell you about some things that you might want to add to your home management binder. Kind of just run through showing you how to make one, I guess, in a sense. But I mean, not really, but kinda. It's just a binder. But I'm going to open mine up and show you. Now, remember, I made this years ago. And over here's like my password keeper part. And I'm not going to talk about that because that's just, you know, personal business. It's a mess, and I do, like I said, it's been years. And I've actually been working on getting some new things for it. And that's why I decided, hey, maybe I need to do a video on this to kind of show people what I'm doing. And this is just a formula for Google Sheets. But anyway, it's how to make your Google Sheets, like add and subtract and stuff. And actually, what I probably need to do is buy a new binder because mine is ripping. Because like I said, I've been using this for years. Okay, so I'm going to go over this. I do have some things covered because it is personal information. I'll kind of do like that, and maybe you can see what it is without, let's see. Nope, that's not going to work because I still need it to be. Okay, so I'm going to do like this. This is the first page I have in here, and a lot of it is not filled out. Reason it's not filled out is because this right here pretty much covers everything. Now, on this spot right here, it's got our name and address. And I had this in here so our kids could look at this because they always knew where this binder was. And if something happened and we weren't home, but, you know, a 13, 14-year-old can stay at home while a mom goes to the grocery store real quick or something. But, anyways, if something happened and we weren't home, they could do something with it. Thankfully, we never had to have it. And now they're 19 and 20. But anyway, this number pretty much covers everything. Like the police, fire, and ambulance, and poison control and all that stuff we do. We have that on the refrigerator. Now, we did have a family physician phone number here, but we don't have one anymore because of, we're in the middle of trying to find a new doctor again. And then we have some other, like, we do have some of this filled out. Now, over here, the family emergency plan, we don't have that filled out because we just never did. I don't know why. But this I actually got from organizedhome.com. This is from 2009. That's how old it is. You may not be able to get it again, but I will try to remember to link that down below. And that way you guys can, maybe, if it's still around, you can get it. So I'm going to write that down because I forgot about writing that one down. Okay, and now I'm going to go on to the next page. This is from Cornerstone Confessions. I do not know if it is still around because this is from 2014. But it's cornerstoneconfessions.com, and it actually is more than just this. It was like a whole planner pretty much. But this is for quiet time. It's the prayer guide for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And it just has different things, you know, to pray about and stuff like that. And I did use that part, but I didn't really use any of the rest of it because I was using other things. But it does have a prayer journal, like a request, and the verses that support that request. When you first had the request and the date the prayer was answered. I never did use it. I never used the gratitude journal, and I didn't use the soap study here because I used it in a notebook. I just used this as like I guess you could say it was just a way to have a visual. And this is a passage study. I've actually never even done the passage study. It's just different ways you can study. A topical word study. I have done this. Topical or word study. I have done this, but I just didn't write it in here. And I've done character studies before. You know, about Bible characters. But I've never done memory verse. Well, since I was a child. I didn't do memory verses. But that is supposed to be your like devotions and things, which, like I said, I didn't really use the home management binder as that because I already had it somewhere else. But whenever I printed off the set that came with it, and at that time, years ago, when I wasn't so tech savvy or didn't know as much, I didn't know how to print only certain pages. Now I'm a pro at that. But anyway, this is the next part, and you can't really see this anymore because it's, well, you can a little bit, but it says chores. And like I said, this is old. This is from when our kids were younger. They were teens at the time, but still they were younger. What things expected of you without parents asking or reminding. Now, this was something that me and my husband sat down and decided. And we decided with our kids, part of it, and part of it was just us deciding it. But we had in here the hygiene. These are things they were expected to do. Brush their teeth at least twice a day. Brush their hair. Shower. Wash their faces. Put on deodorant. Because, you know, we don't want a stinking teenager. And do some sort of exercise. Get outside sometimes. Because our kids had a habit of not going outside ever after we moved here. Alright, and then their pets, which they had dogs and cat at the time. Or had just the dogs at the time when I first did this. Feed, water, and give them attention. And I put on there, you asked for them. They did not ask for you. And then their mind, in other words, things that help their mind. To do their schoolwork, except summer and holidays. To read, you have no reason not to do what is required. In other words, there was no reason not to read. There's 1,000 books in this house. Seriously. And there's also probably about 3,000 on a Kindle. Do something to make you think and challenge yourself. Hobbies that aren't electronic. In other words, no PlayStation, no Xbox, no whatever phone. And then their chores. They had a daily schedule. You know how to read. And you know they need to be done. So don't ask what to do. If there are newer extras, you will be told. Because sometimes teenagers need to know that. And then I had rules for electronics. Which my kids are older now. We don't have all this anymore. And then we had the daily schedule of what they needed to do on school days, non-school days, on days that I went grocery shopping, things like that. And then the house rules, and this was for everyone, including the parents. We had all of these things. That was our house rules, parents and people that came in as well. This right here, I'm going to take it out just to kind of show it a little bit easier. This is the daily cleaning list and the bi-weekly list that we used to do, but we don't do it anymore. This came from moneysavingmom.com, which I'm going to share with you some new stuff, but I do believe this is still on the website, and you can go in and fill it out. That's the way she has it done, but you can also just cut it in half. And I did have like half of it laminated and put on the refrigerator at one point because we were just doing weekly. But yeah, this was for me and the kids, our weekly chores, our daily, you know, to-do list, things we had to do on Monday, clothes, dusting, and trash, floors and bathrooms and windows and everything like that. And Sundays we didn't do anything at all. And then we just had everything here. And the only difference with the bi-weekly part was on a Sunday I would make the menu and grocery list. And then on Tuesdays I would go grocery shopping. That is how it used to be. It's not that way anymore. You guys have seen, if you watch my planner videos, that it's not that way anymore. Okay, years ago, probably, well, it was probably about 6 years ago whenever we first moved here. we had no dishwasher. Well, we had one. It was just on the back patio or back porch, whatever you want to call it, because this house did not come equipped for a dishwasher, but we did own one. So my kids had never hand washed anything, so I actually made a instruction of how to wash dishes. So I did that and put it up. I had it laminated, not this one, but this was just my master copy. And I also had a thing about how to do laundry here, which was up too. And then I actually noticed there was some flaws in it. Now this, we never used the phone and address thing. You could get this for yourself, and this actually has a bunch of pages of the same thing here. You could do this part if you chose that. We just never used that. That is one of the things I need to take out. And this is where I was supposed to put tips. I actually had more in here, but my kids are older now. I did give some away. Other ones I had just trashed because they were older and I didn't need them anymore, or I didn't need the tips anymore. And honestly, I want to utilize this area again. So this is how to save money in a supermarket. But anyways, that was a good thing. Now this is a recipes and for cleaners. I never did do it for like your own homemade cleaners with essential oils. I never put anything in here. I don't know why I didn't, but I just never did. But I am thinking I want to do that now, but I want to do like essential oil blends and stuff like that instead. I'm going to revamp this whole thing, hopefully. This is menu planning. This is from Cornerstone Confessions as well. It is part of that other one. This is from clutterbug.me. She actually has a YouTube channel as well. But I never have even used this. This one is from Cornerstone Confessions. And all of the rest of this is as well. But I never did use this. This is a weekly, a grocery shopping list. I just never used it. Now this one is from organizedchristmas.com. And it's a freezer inventory. And I did use this. I'm going to write this down. But I did not use this one. What I did was this is my master copy. This is the only copy that I have in this. And what I did is I made a copy of this and I put it on my freezer, which I need to do again because you guys that watch me know that I am doing the pantry and freezer purge, and I'm going to have to redo my inventory. But I did use this. This was just my master copy. So that's a good thing to do. And this was a price book, which I really need to redo this again. This is from organizedhome.com. Again, I really need to redo these because this one was Costco. And this was a receipt from Aldi. This is from Sam's. And what we did is just things we use quite often. Walmart, I didn't shop at Walmart very much. Winn-Dixie, I didn't shop at Winn-Dixie very much, and I do now more. Aldi, and this is nowhere near what we did shop for. But all of these things, what I need to do is go back in and do it again because prices have changed. But I do keep one as a master copy. But what I will do is take and make copies of this, and then for each store I can put them in there. This is your freezer inventory, another one. Why do I have two? Whoopsies. Okay. I don't know why I have two in here, but that's okay. I have two master copies. Okay, and this is the grocery shopping list for Cornerstone Confessions. And this is more price book things. I don't know why that's between it, but see, I said I need to really redo this thing because it has become a mess. All out of shopping list. This, I do not have a clue where it came from. And it's just a list of all different types of things you get from the grocery store, and you just check them off. And what my plan was, it was to use this by putting it in a, like laminate it and use a dry erase or wet erase marker to mark it off once I needed it. But I never could make myself use it for some reason. It just didn't feel right. Some of the things that are on here we never would buy because we just don't buy those things. Some of the things that are on here, or some of the things are just not on here that we do need. Like, we don't buy plum sauce. We've never bought plum sauce. Well, no, we do buy a lot of the vegetables, but we don't buy stuffing. You know, there's just things on here we don't use. So I never did do anything with that. Now, this was supposed to be a family favorites thing. It was from Frugal Homeschool Family. But I just never used it. I really don't know why I didn't, but it's breakfast, lunch, and supper, and I really need to. There's another there's favorite recipes there. This is from Organized Home. Why do I have, see, I have multiples. There's a whole bunch of those price book things. See, this is why I needed to revamp it. Okay, whatever, that's fine. All right, this is recipes and food. I never did use that spot. This is where I did have a calendar. I did use it up until I started using my planners. I always used the calendar that was in here, and I would reprint it every year. And the only thing I used the calendar for was my bills, and that was it. I did not ever use it for anything else. I would write out my bills. I don't do that anymore because I use my budget calendar, or my budget planner, sorry. Now this right here, every year we put this in. I'm not going to open this because it does have personal information. What this is receipts for paying bills. And you can see we've paid a few bills so far in 2019. And that is how I keep up with it. At the end of the year, I will put this folder in our burn safe, and then we will have it. From then on, we'll have it, and we don't have to deal with where's our receipt. Where's that receipt for paying that bill? Because it's always here. Okay, and this is our check register. I used to write it out. I kind of messed up here and had to redo. I used to write it. You can see that it's all written. I'm trying not to show you everything. But then I started using the computer, and I will print it out, okay? Now, I do need to update this. I'm trying not to show you my personal information, which there's no account numbers on here. It's just saying where we shopped and how much we spent and how much money we had. But anyway, I used to, which I do need to update that for this week because it's time. I used to handwrite everything, and then I started doing it on the computer on Google Sheets. And what I do is I do every month, and then I print it off, and I do every month, and I print it off, and I put it in here. But this right here, you can actually get these. That's actually ink on there. You can get these from Pinterest, just on Google.com. I mean, Google. What am I talking about? You can find these kinds of things. This is another thing I never used because I just don't feel comfortable having my accounts written down like this. Now, the company and the website and the phone number and address would not bother me, but having my account number, the username and password, my routing number, my card number, my PIN number, no, I do not feel safe. A lot of people do it, but I do not feel safe. Now, if I wrote these things down and I put them in my burn safe in a place that no one else can get into because they have to have a combination or whatever, I would feel okay. But this, I just don't feel right. So I never use this part. So this may not be something you would want, but then again, it may be something you would want. And it has several different ones. And then this is the annual budget. Me and my husband, we kept this for our, for like a master page. We don't use it anymore because we use a budget planner. So we don't need this anymore. But if you don't have a planner for your budget, a budget planner, you know, you could use this. This is for annual, though. I guess to write it down at the end of the year, I would say, or the beginning of the year, what you want to spend. Myself, I've never done the annual. I've only done monthly and things like that. And this is the monthly, and you can get that. I mean, it's very good to have a budget planner. But like I said, I do not use it in here anymore because I have my actual budget planner. This is an expense log. I have used this, but this was like a master copy. A regular income priority plan. I never really did have a regular income because he always had a steady job, and when I was working, I had a steady pay. Now I have no pay unless someone buys something on Etsy, which, you know, I've not been doing great with that. This is a debt payment plan. We do have that, but it's not on here. It's like I said in our other. This is the monthly bill schedule. Great thing to have. It's got like your bill, the date that it's due, if it's auto paid, and then the month. Alright, and then this is contacts, and I never used this. I don't know why, other than I do have a small address book. My mama gave it to me years ago, and I just never saw reason to use anything like this. Poison control and 911 is already in here. It's similar to what's on the front, but it just came with that planner. And then it's got the contacts again. Like I said, I'm taking some things out of here for my own self because I just don't need it anymore. And if you don't need it, don't use it. And this was the front of that planner, and this was the back. And the lady's name is Kathy from Cornerstone Confessions. And this is a calendar. Dates to remember. Birthdays and anniversaries. I never wrote them in here because I have them written in the other spot. Notes. Never wrote on that. Daily to-do list. Okay, and now I'm going to get to this part. This is a deep cleaning checklist, and it is from her as well. Kathy Gozin is her name. I'm hoping I'm saying it right. It may be Gozin from Cornerstone Confessions. It's really awesome because it's got a deep cleaning for every single room of your house, like your bedrooms. Open the windows to let fresh air in. Move all the furniture to the center of the room. Wipe down the walls. Wipe baseboards. All those types of things. But it's got it for your bedrooms, closet, entry and halls, which we only have one hall, bathrooms, dining room, and the office if you have one. We don't have an office. Living room, play or school room, which we don't have that anymore. We used to have a school room. Not anymore because our children are done. Kitchen, laundry room, do not have a garage. That's not going to happen. For outdoors and the finishing touches. It's really good. But it's just something you look at. I never did use it otherwise. This is also from OrganizedHome.com. Why I have multiples, I don't know. Now, this is something we've used, but we never wrote on it. We just have it in these little pouches. And it's like quarterly things. The things you need to do for your plumbing. Flush out your hot water heater to remove accumulated sediment. For the interiors, for your attic, examine for evidence of leaks. Check insulation. Remove and add if necessary. All those types of things. It's different things you need to check on a quarterly basis for your plumbing, interior, electrical, and exterior. Things you may not remember. When I printed this, I didn't know how to do double-sided anymore, but your girl has figured it out now. Or I didn't know how to do it at that time. I can't even speak English. I'm still a little stuffy, can you tell? Alright, for spring, now that's quarterly here. This is for spring. This is for summer, fall, and right now we're in winter. This would be what you would do for winter, I believe. Wait, is there a winter? Maybe not. Nope. There is no winter one. I guess you have to have it all done in spring, summer, and winter and fall. I don't know. Anyways, it tells you like faucets and shower heads. Check for the leaks and to clean the aerators. This is all stuff to do to keep your home from falling apart. It's all maintenance. Things that you need to do to keep yourself from having a huge amount of work at some point. So that is what those are. Close that back up. This is the auto part. I do use this. This is for our truck. This whole thing is for our truck. This is, you know, different things we've done. This is for my husband's hunting vehicle. We haven't ever done much to it. It's for the car. So all of that is maintenance chart for that stuff. We don't have to do much to our vehicles, honestly. But I don't always write down every time we change oil. I need to get better with that part. But I don't write that down at all. Because we change it, you know, just like you're supposed to. Now, this page, I did take some things out because what this little spot is this is a place, and you'll be able to see what it is. These are address labels that you can print onto. Okay, this is like a little letter that my son wrote. Anyway, these are address labels, and what I did is I took the ones that were printed out. I took those out because I don't want you guys to see my personal business. But that is what this area is for address labels. That's all that folder it has in it. And the little religious stickers. Okay, and then this is just notebook paper, and I have used that quite a bit, but I use it and then I get rid of it. These are extra little sheet protectors, which these are the super cheap ones, and I have better ones now. Now this right here is all of the animal stuff. This is like their vaccinations or anything like that. I have that in there as well because we got to keep them healthy too. And this is an emergency preparedness plan. I got this from Pinch a Little, Save a Lot. Let me write that one down as well because I did not write that one down. Pinch a Little, Save a Lot. It's Pinch a Little, Save a Lot .blogspot.com. Now, if they are still there, I will leave a link down below for each of these places, but if they're not, I'm sorry. But anyway, this tells you the emergency preparedness, which you can find this online. And it tells you how to organize an emergency kit, what you need in it. It tells you the family emergency plan, which I never did fill out because we didn't need it. I don't remember why I even filled this, why I printed it off. But this is a home inventory list. This I may fill out because that will be a good idea. It's got for serial number and everything. Okay, and this right here is just some paperwork, like where we had, this was my husband's hunting club membership, which he's not in the club anymore. And also like where we had our HVAC worked on and stuff like that. Now I'm going to show you guys something that's probably going to be gross, but I don't know. This right here is what my teeth used to look like before I got braces. Isn't that sad? Y'all don't be grossed out. I will not make that the thumbnail. And this little pocket here just has some little papers in it that's personal. And that picture, because I need to remember that. Okay, so I'm going to close this up. And like I said, I'm going to be working on this binder. I'm going to take some of this stuff out. I'm going to put some new stuff in. And I'm going to work on getting this the way I want it again. Some of the things that I have found that I'm planning on putting in is this from Motherhood on a Dime. This is the new one, the new home management binder. Now, Motherhood on a Dime, which is the reason why I really thought about the need for redoing this was because of this. She is offering right now, if you sign up for her newsletter, to give you this free home management binder printables. I'm going to share this with you, what it is, and I'm going to show you the other one too. Now, I did mess up and did not set my printer. I thought it was already set. It should have been, but it wasn't. I did not set my printer to fit to page, so make sure you fit it to page. This is not a post-it. This is actually part of the thing. Now, this is the actual planner that she has available for you to print for free. I'm not getting anything for this. She's not getting anything for it. It's just an awesome tool that she's offering. You can go in here, and I don't know if you can do it because I haven't tried. Like, go in here and put your last name here, and then you put your mission statement. I don't know if you have to write it in. I don't know if you can type it in. I didn't look. But this is the cover. And then she has, now some of this stuff I know for a fact I'm not going to need, but some of it I am going to be utilizing. This is important dates, and see where this right here was supposed to be over further, and this part right here, it was supposed to be all the same. I messed up, okay? It's okay. I can still use it, or I can reprint it, but I'm not going to waste the paper or ink to reprint. But anyway, this is the important dates for the entire year. This is the chore chart checklist for monthly, quarterly, and annually. And what you can do is write the things that you need to do, like what I was showing you on those big pages. Write it in here, because those others, there's a lot of stuff like fireplace and stuff. We don't have a fireplace, so we don't need that. But anyway, you can do the checklist and use that. This is recipe references. You can have the recipe here, the cookbook or magazine, and then the page number. Write it in. I really need to do this. Also, I have a recipe binder. Actually, I have 3. But one I have had for over 20 years. It's older than my son. But I've had it for years and years and years, and I really need to redo that. That's another project I'm going to be working on soon. But anyways, you can number your pages in your own recipe binder that you make, and that way you can have this just a reference. And you can print this as many times as you want. This is an idea list. I love this because I need to have one place to put my ideas for YouTube and one place to put my ideas for my Etsy and different things like that. But I can print this as many times as I want, and I can be able to write my ideas down. Ideas for different ways to get my house in order or things like that. Awesome tool. Alright, and this is it's got actually Monday through Saturday. Now, myself, I probably won't ever need this, but it's a weekly plan, and it's pretty much a planner, but it is, you can put your own month. Now, it does have 2019, but you put your month, and then you put your date, and it's got your appointments, your to-dos, your menu, and then on the bottom, it's got bathrooms, Bible study, exercise, vitamins, water, load of laundry, bedrooms, Bible study. You know, each day, things for you to do. And it's already got it out. Like, this day is bathrooms, this day is bedrooms, this day is shopping and errands, this day is kitchen, this day is living areas, this day is filling and sorting. And Saturday is planning and goal setting. It's all there. And you do a load of laundry every day. You drink your water every day. You take your vitamins. You do your exercise. You do your Bible study. Really awesome. But on Saturday and Sunday, you don't have to-dos necessarily. You need to have family time. But anyway, that's what that is. And this is another version of it. And it has appointments, to-dos, and menu. That's it. And over here, it's just got menu. You can, and it's got different weekly plan layouts for you. Just whatever you choose. Alright, now this one is another one. It is just one day. And it is today's calendar. And you can put in like the date or whatever. And it's got your water tracker here. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. To do, appointments, notes, and exercise. Really neat for those times where you don't, where you maybe, something you may want to put in your planner to have something a little bit different than what you normally have. Or you can make your own planner. You can use Happy Planner rings and covers. and go for it, because you can buy those things. You can put it in a plant or whatever you want to do. Now this part I will never need again as far as I know, which I never did really have a babysitter anyway. But as far as I know, unless God has different plans for me, I'm not going to be having any more babies. So this is a babysitter checklist though. Some of you ladies may need it. Where will we be? Time will we be home? How can we be reached? Instructions on food, what the child's name is, the TV, bedtime, other additional instructions, and emergency contact on the bottom. Myself, I won't be needing that, so that's not a page I'm going to need, but some of you mamas may. This is something I want to start using. I know that I have this right here, and I started using this last year, but I haven't been using it. And I really need to either get back to using this or do something like this. But on here, it's got breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which I never do plan for breakfast and lunch. I only do dinner, or if my husband is on second shift, I do lunch instead of dinner. But that's a whole different situation. It's Monday through Sunday. You do your whole meal plan, and then you can have your shopping list here. And if you have a coupon for it, mark it there. Really an awesome tool. And you can just cut this off. It's got the lines there. Cut it off. Take it with you to the store. Alright, and then this is our time. It's our schedule. It's from 6 to 10, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. And you can just write in what you're going to be doing and who it is if you need that type of thing. I may need this sometimes. I don't all the time, but sometimes I may. This is a goal checklist. This is your goals. The date is due, and if it's done, really cute, really awesome. And then this is just your month at a glance all the way to December. I'm not going to go through all of these. I'm just going to show you the January, and it's the month at a glance. You still have a little bit of time to use in January, but this is an awesome tool, and it's free to print. I mean, it costs money to print it and buy the paper, but Motherhood on a Dime, she offers awesome stuff, and I know that my kids are grown, but they're still home. Alright, and this is something else she is offering whenever you sign up. Now, my ink was running out some, and it also did not print. Let's see, hold on a minute. I actually printed it twice, because one of them I thought, hold on just a second. Nope, it never did print correctly. I don't know, maybe I need to change my alignment, but either way it doesn't matter. You get the understanding of it. It had a little like flag over here, and it was further this way, and anyway, it was better. That's okay. It's still usable the way it is. But it's got Sunday through Saturday. This is a 1-week menu planner. What I plan on doing is having this. I don't know if I'm going to have this like in the kitchen on the refrigerator. I don't know yet. I do have a menu planner board that I can write on it every week. But I don't have space for everything. And I really think I need to start doing my own. Even if it's just for me, my breakfast, lunch, snack, and dinner. I think I need to do that. I don't know. I may or may not. This is 2 weeks at a time. And like I said, my printer did not print very well because I'm running out of ink. I didn't notice that until tonight, though. This is another weekly menu plan. It's really adorable. This one did print correctly, I believe. But it's Monday through Sunday, and then it's notes here, like if you need to pick something up or if you need to thaw something or whatever. Really cute. And now this one didn't do correctly either because part of it got cut off. It really is cuter than this in real life. But it's got Monday through Sunday, and it's got a shopping list and notes there. It's really adorable. If your printer didn't act crazy. And then this one also has the weekly menu, Monday through Sunday, and then the shopping list with coupon, and you can cut this off and take this part to the store with you. Okay, so that is what I wanted to share with you guys today. I know this is a super long video, but if you have a home management binder, it will help you a lot. So if you have any questions at all, I am not an expert, but I know how to find things on the internet. So if you have any questions, let me know. I do love using a home management binder. I love using my planners. I love anything that's going to help me not to have to think too hard all the time. You think hard at one point and then it's done and then you're good for a week and you go on about your life. So you don't have to think hard every day if you use something like this. But anyways, unless you're thinking about lots of different things, which I do all the time anyway. But home management binders really are awesome tools and they can help you a lot. I'm going to link all of these places down below if I can remember, if I can find them actually. And I want to thank you guys for watching. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels and be sweet.